The nostalgia is flowing here at HITC Sevens HQ, also known as my house, where we have now done 3 consecutive Sevens based videos in 3 days. It's just like the good old days. This was another video idea suggested in the comments, so don't forget that we weren't nicknamed the People's Channel for nothing. If you've got an idea for a video, leave it in the comments, or on Twitter. I'll most likely see it, especially if it gets lots of likes, which typically suggests that it's popular, and then there's a good chance we'll do it. Today's video is a look at some of the youngest scorers in the top flight of English football since it was rebranded as the Premier League in 1992. The likes of Gareth Bale, Joe Cole and Marcus Rashford have all been fresh-faced teenage goal scorers in the Premier League, but none rank among the 7 youngest since 1992. Here are the 7 youngest Premier League goal scorers. Where are they now? Michael Owen, retired. Just seeing off Manchester United legend Federico Macheda to come in as the 7th youngest goalscorer of the Premier League era, Michael Owen is the only player in this 7 who no longer has any involvement with football, as far as we know at least. Owen broke through at Everton and scored his first goal for the club against Leicester, aged 17 and a half, and 15 years later, it was at Leicester City that he was forced to retire through injury. The once-capped England international played for Manchester City in their last game before being taken over by Sheikh Mansour. Having retired in 2012, he is now a well-known West End actor and singer. He isn't really. That's a different Michael Owen that I suspect most of you have never heard of. The footballing Owen is 39 now, but doesn't appear to have any involvement in the professional game anymore at least. Andy Turner, ALSAGER town manager. From the first tier of English football to the 10th, former journeyman wideman Andy Turner scored his first Premier League goal for Tottenham Hotspur, aged 17 in 1992, but is currently in his second stint managing lonely ALSAGER Town in the North West Counties League Division 1 South. Turner made 18 league appearances in his debut season at White Hart Lane as a 17-year-old, but was frozen out by new manager Ossie Ardiles, subsequently turning out for the likes of Portsmouth, Rotherham United and Yeovil Town. Michael Owen, pundit. Arguably English football's finest young player of the Premier League era, Michael Owen was an absolute sensation when he broke through at Liverpool. Unbelievably quick, confident and assured in front of goal, Owen won 2 Premier League Golden Boots, 1 Premier League Player of the Year award and scored one of England's best ever World Cup goals, all as a teenager. His first Premier League goal came in a 2-1 defeat at Wimbledon in the 1996-97 season, and he went on to score 158 goals for Liverpool before injuries began to take their toll. Aged 39, Owen retired in 2012 and now works as both a pundit covering football and as a racehorse breeder. Cesc Fabregas, Monaco. Cesc Fabregas was exactly 1 month younger than Michael Owen was when he scored his first Premier League goal, aged 17 and 114 days, having broken into the Arsenal first team at 16. Fabregas was one of the most talented and assured teenage footballers of all time, and also one of the most experienced by the time he turned 20. The youngster racked up more than 150 appearances for Arsenal before turning 20, but eventually left the Gunners in 2011 to sign for Barcelona. 3 years later he returned to the Premier League, but this time with Chelsea, and the 31-year-old only left the Blues in the January just gone in a move to Monaco of Ligue 1. Wayne Rooney, DC United. Into the top 3, and that means the first of our 3 players who were aged just 16 when they scored their first Premier League goals. Rooney's first league goal for Everton was a pretty special one, a last-minute winner from range against Arsenal. Remember the name, Wayne Rooney, were the words of Clive Tildesley as the ball rattled against the underside of the crossbar and into the back of David Seaman's net. Rooney went on to become Manchester United and England's all-time leading goalscorer, so it's probably fair to say we will remember the name. Now aged 33, Rooney left England last year in a move to the MLS, and he has been outstanding since signing for DC United. James Milner, Liverpool. Wayne Rooney's record of being the Premier League's youngest goalscorer stood for just 2 months thanks to this man. James Milner broke through when he was very young at Leeds United, and his first goal came in December 2002 against Sunderland. Milner subsequently left Leeds following the club's relegation, having impressive stints at Newcastle United, Aston Villa and Manchester City, winning 2 Premier League titles with the last of those 3. The 33-year-old is now chasing a 3rd Premier League title, this time with Manchester City as his fiercest rivals at Liverpool. James Vaughan, Portsmouth. Given the number of teams to have competed in the Premier League since 1992, it's pretty extraordinary that Everton should have 3 players featuring the top 7 youngest goalscorers, including James Vaughan in top spot. Vaughan hasn't quite gone on to achieve the fame, glory and acclaim of Rooney, but his record as the league's youngest scorer has stood for 14 years now. Following his incredible goal-scoring feat, Vaughan suffered a number of injury complications. He did amass 60 first-team appearances for Everton, but they were spread over 7 years, and he only added 8 more goals. Following stints with Huddersfield, Sunderland and Bury, Vaughan is currently on loan from Wigan Athletic at Portsmouth, where he's yet to score from 7 outings. So that's it for our 7. Thanks for watching, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications for more from us if you enjoyed the video, and you can now also follow us on Twitter for more ramblings from me. Our username is simply @HITC Sevens.